What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTP Sports. Phillies get the sweep. It happened a day later because yesterday was postponed due to all the smoke in the air that's been going on from the Canadian wildfires, but they managed to get the game in today. It was a very quick game because the offenses for both teams were just very abysmal basically the entire time. Zack was dominating. He was flirting through with a no-hitter through, at least 7 innings in this game. If it wasn't for the error that was made between Josh Harrison and Kody Clemens at first base, who knows, maybe Zack would have managed to get out of that inning, but, eventually the very next batter got a single, so maybe at the end of the day, it did not matter from there. And then eventually, the Tigers tied the ball game up, and then on Craig Kimbrell in the 9th inning, they managed to score a run, which was very unfortunate. Phillies got a 1 run in this ball game. Well, not 1 run. They got the extra runs in the 9th inning. Bryce Harper, leadoff double in the bottom of the 9th. Trey Turner gets on with a walk. Bryson Stott works on. Loads the bases up for Brandon Marsh. He puts the ball into the outfield. Sacrifice fly. Got to put the ball in play, and that's exactly what Brandon Marsh did. He tied the ball game up, and then you get Kody Clemens coming up clutch, 2 outs, and he gets a hard single to right in the gap. Wins the ball game for your Phillies. They get the sweep of the Detroit Tigers. They've won 5 in a row so far. I'm still not going to fully say they're back, but at the end of the day, I don't care about the quality of team that you beat as long as you get hot. You've won 2 series in a row so far against the Washington Nationals and sweeping the Detroit Tigers, winning 5 in a row in that stretch. Now you're going to have a very tough stretch of 7 games coming up. 3 at home against the Los Angeles Dodgers and 4 on the road against the Arizona Diamondbacks, followed up by hopefully a very easy 3-game series against the Oakland Athletics. And I say hopefully with that because they are an abysmal team. They're not even a qualified MLB team at this point. So hopefully you can go into Oakland and sweep them after that Diamondback series. But this, is going to be a real test for this Phillies team. 3 with the Dodgers and 4 with the Diamondbacks. You got to try to win both of these series. You got to try it. I'm not going to demand sweep because that is going to be very difficult with the quality of teams that you're going to be playing. But you're going to have to sweep. You're going to have to find a way to win these series. You got to win 2 of 3 from the Dodgers. And would I be accepting of a split with the Arizona Diamondbacks? At this rate, probably not. I would say, at least you have to get the win in that series. You have to win 3 of 4 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And I know the past so many years we've struggled in Arizona. Go figure. But I don't care. You got to go and find a way to do it. But Zack Wheeler today was special. I don't care about the quality of lineup that he was facing. Throws, 7 no-hit innings until, he eventually got into a little bit of trouble there in the 8th. But he was basically dominant the entire night. And good for Phillies pitching. The starters that were in this series, Aaron Nola, Taijuan Walker, and Zack Wheeler, each going 7 innings. And now that is 4 starts in a row where your starting pitching goes at least 7. Ranger Suarez on Sunday in Washington, Aaron Nola on Monday, Taijuan Walker on Tuesday, and Zack Wheeler tonight. Maybe the extra day of rest helps Zack Wheeler a little bit, which I don't mind at all. But your pitching looks like right now it's taking a step in the right direction. We got to see what happens against the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks for me to fully say something on that. But you took advantage of some bad teams. Hopefully that builds your confidence up. Hopefully. But the offense did take a dip in the past 2 games. You scored 1 run, which was the only run that was needed on Tuesday, and I don't care about that. I don't care if you win 1-0. I don't care if you win 2-0, as long as you win the ball game. But the offense did struggle a little bit in the past 2 games. It took them until, in this ball game, the 6th inning to score a run. So it took a little bit there. And then you scored those 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th when you really needed to. So that was good. That was good. But overall, Zack Wheeler was really good. 7 1/3 innings pitched, 1 hit. 1 run allowed was unearned just because of the Josh Harrison, Kody Clemens situation. Honestly, it was a good, play by Josh Harrison to scoop up the ground ball The throw could have been better, in my honest opinion, and the scoop should have been better by Kody Clemens over there at first base. So the error happens, then eventually a hit happens, and then eventually another run happens. So easy come, easy go. And also for Seranthony Dominguez, as they're doing the suicide squeeze there, needs to be way better at feeling the ground ball there. Like, he had 50 years to throw at the home base, and there was obviously no one covering first. So that's just bad defense by the Phillies there. But Seranthony Dominguez needs to know in that situation to try to throw home. He's got to throw home. When he gets the ball, the runner's at least, I would say, a little under 75% from getting the home plate. You had time to throw there. Had plenty of time to throw home, had plenty of time to get the out, and he almost botched a double play to end the inning with a terrible throw to Trea Turner. Good, play by Turner to catch the ball and manage to throw it over the first to complete the double play. But Seranthony Dominguez, definitely not a Gold Glove infielder, not a Gold Glove pitcher at all. Whew, my God, that was ugly. And then Craig Kimbrell got roughed up in the 9th inning. Really not the best performance from Craig Kimbrell. The first time he really hasn't had a good outing in a while. Threw 34 pitches, allowed the bases loaded, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Got out of that bases loaded jam with a fly out to right with the center field. So he got out of that situation, at least, with only allowing 1 run. And then you needed to rely on your offense to get the job done in the 9th. And thankfully, the Tigers' closer wasn't good either. So that came to your benefit. It did. Harper with the sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 6th. To get you guys on the board. And honestly, that sacrifice fly, the play by Schwarber, I thought he was going to be out. I'm like, Schwarber, what are you doing? Thank God the throw from left field was terrible. Thank God. Thank the Lord. That throw was goddamn awful. So he scored and made it 1-0. And then that whole debacle with, Seranthony botching the suicide squeeze attempt. And then the 9th inning happens with a Maton single. Of course, it had to be Nick Maton getting the go-ahead run in the 9th inning. But then you go to the bottom of the 9th. Bryce Harper led off with a double, and that was huge for Harper because he's been going through a slump lately. So hopefully that's something for him to, break out of that schneid. Trea Turner then worked a walk. Bryson Stott reached in on an infield single. Marsh with the sacrifice fly. Honestly, I thought he hit it hard enough to make it go out, but sadly that wasn't the case. But sac fly tied the ball game. I don't care. And then Kody Clemens with the single. So what matters most is your offense, came awake when it needed to most, and that was to win the ball game. And that's exactly what they did. Your pitching this series overall was good. Overall was good, starting pitching specifically. I think Craig Kimbrell, from what we've seen this year, I feel like he's going to be having good starts most times than not. I mean, look, what closer doesn't have a bad outing? And at Craig Kimbrell's age, he's probably going to have bad outings from time to time. He's been more good than not. I feel like his numbers are skewed a little bit just because of that. Because when he does have a bad outing, it's really bad. But more times than not this year, I believe Craig Kimbrell has been dominant. And then just looking at the hitting side, not really many chances with runners in scoring position, but 2 for 3. 2 for 3 with runners in scoring position. You got the hits when you needed to. Overall with the lineup, Kyle Schwarber goes 0 for 3 with a walk today. Nick Castellanos 1 for 3. Bryce Harper 1 for 3. Trea Turner 0 for 3, but he had the walk in the 9th inning. JT 0 for 2, so he's struggling once again. Bryson Stott 1 for 4. Brandon Marsh 1 for 3 with the sac fly in the 9th. And Kody Clemens with 2 hits in this ballgame. 2 for 4 with the walk-off single. Josh Harrison goes 0 for 3, so Josh Harrison is just basically completely useless. Trea Turner's average is at .237, so basically ever since that 2-home run game where he got 4 hits, he's gone hitless since. So I don't know if that's just a bye to the entire team struggling offensively the past 2 games, or is that just Trea Turner, once again, he showed us a glimpse of what he can be, and then, he came back down to reality of how bad he has been this year at the plate. So, I don't know. I don't know. But you got the win. You got the win. You got the win. It's all that matters. And you seem to be winning more games at home than you're not. You're 17-10 at home as opposed to your abysmal road record. Excuse me there. But a win is a win. We take them every time. They don't ask how you do it. They ask how many. You got the sweep. It's 5 games in a row so far. Wins, that is. And now you're coming up to this tough schedule. Upcoming. And you're going to have to figure out how to do it. And I think your starting pitching this series as well. All starting pitching took a no-hitter at least into the 5th inning, I believe. Nola with his no-hitter into the 6th or the 7th, I believe. Taijuan Walker had a no-hit bid into the 5th until he got into that bases-loaded jam. And then Zack Wheeler with his no-hit bid going into the 8th. So that just shows you how dominant your starting pitching was this series. And that's big. That's big. You really need that. You really needed that out of your starting pitching. It desperately needed it. Just hopefully that could just build some consistency going forward, because you're really going to need it going into this Dodgers series. And I'm not sure. Let's see what the pitching matchups are going to be. So you're going to have. So it looks like you're not going to be doing a bullpen game this time around. So that's good to know at least. Ranger Suarez for tomorrow's game. He is going up against Michael Grove. Michael Grove in his time with the Dodgers so far, he is 0-2 with an 8.14 ERA. So yeah, that shows to go you that you should be able to hit around this guy. Looking at his past few starts, 5 innings against the Yankees, 4 earned runs. 3 innings against the Cubs, 2 earned runs. 5 2/3 against the Cubs, 1 earned run. But then 3 1/3 inning against the Diamondbacks, 9 earned runs. 4 innings against the Rockies, 3 earned runs. I think you could take advantage of this guy a little bit. Doesn't give up the home run ball. 2 home runs allowed in his last outing, and then 2 combined in the previous 2 against the Cubs. But overall, you should be able to take advantage of this guy. And then for the rest of this series, you're going to have Nola going up against Bobby Miller. Bobby Miller will be tough. He's 2-0 with a 1.06 ERA. In his 3 starts so far this year, looks like he's only had 3. He went 5 innings against the Braves, 1 earned run, 6 innings against the Nationals, 1 earned run, and then 6 innings against the Yankees, 0 earned runs. But he got the loss because the Yankees lost that game. Actually, he didn't get the loss. He didn't allow a run. But they lost that game when he pitched really good. Maybe he is due for a bad outing. Hopefully. Really going to need Nola for that performance. And then you're going to have Taijuan Walker on Sunday afternoon against Julio Urias. Excuse me there. I felt that sneeze coming on for the past a little bit there. Urias currently, as it says on ESPN, he's dealing with a hamstring issue as of 2 days ago. But I'm assuming he's going to be good to go for Sunday. He's 5-4 with a 4.39 ERA. So that's the Dodgers series. You got to find a way to win it. The Diamondback series, 4 games. One of those is most likely going to be a bullpen game, so Matt Strahm most likely, I would assume, is going to open that up. Going up against Tommy Henry, 3-1 with a 4.37 ERA. Then Zack Wheeler is going to be going up against Zach Davies, 1-1 with a 4.68 ERA. Then Ranger Suarez is going to go up against Merrill Kelly. He is 7-3 with a 2.80 ERA. He's been really good for the Diamondbacks. And then it's going to be Nola going up against Ryan Nelson. He is 2-3 with a 5.40 ERA. So you're going to have technically 3 of your best pitchers in that series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. So, in my opinion, you should be in a position to win that series with your 3 best guys on the mound. And you're not going to be facing Zach Gallen, so that might be a benefit. And then you're going to go into that Oakland Athletics series, Taijuan Walker, Zack Wheeler, and then a bullpen game, most likely. So, just got to work around it. I'm just looking at some of these guys for the Athletics, looking at their ERA. Oof, their pitching is not good. You got to take advantage of that team. Really got to take advantage. I do think your offense needs to start waking up again. You had a quiet 2 games here. You found a way to win against the Tigers. Your offense is going to have to wake up against the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Both of these teams got good pitching, got good bullpens. Got to find a way to take advantage of it. Well, not even take advantage of it. You just got to find a way to wake up, find a way to play good against good teams, get some wins together, and try to get yourselves back over 500. You're 2 games below 500 now at 30-32. Got to find ways to win. That's the bottom line here. You got to try to win both of those series. Got to win the series against the Dodgers. Got to win the series against the Diamondbacks. And you got to sweep the Athletics. It's the hole that you put yourselves in the beginning of the year. Going through that entire inconsistent stretch. Getting swept by the Mets again. You just got to Got to roll with the punches, and you got to string wins together. Got to string some series wins together, and that's what you got to do. Honestly, not much else to talk about this game because it went by quickly. Offensively, nothing really happened until the end of the game. And that's basically it. So, we do have a voicemail here on the Anytime Hotline, so I'll bring this up here. You can leave those at 215-839-9885. Your thoughts and opinions on any upcoming Phillies games. So, yeah, you can leave those there. Let's get to Sean to see what he has to say on this Phillies win.
The bats finally came out of hibernation. Look, I mean, I know you would have won the series even if you had lost tonight, but to me, that still would have been a failure. I mean, Detroit is garbage. The Phillies didn't really see a legitimate pitcher from them this entire series. I mean, they had 2 bullpen games thrown against them back-to-back. So, big win for the Phils. You got to sweep against the team that I said coming into the series that you had to sweep. Now you play the Dodgers. I don't look for a sweep there, but I think you got to focus on getting 2 out of 3 and keeping the momentum going. I mean, win series against the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks if you can, although on the road in Arizona will be tough. And get sweeps over Detroit and hopefully Oakland. You got to start stringing wins together. Pitching was great all series other than Kimbrel in the 9th. The bats not as good, but they did just enough to win it.
Exactly. If they lost this game, I would have been pissed. I would have been very pissed. Not finding ways to hit against this Detroit pitching, I would have been very mad. But they woke up in the end, and they found a way to win, so I'm not pissed. I was slightly annoyed throughout the entire game, no. It was ruining my mood. But they got the win. I became happy. You got the sweep. Now you got to focus to the Dodgers. Going to be a tough series. Like I said, I can't demand sweep. I can't. You got to try to win 2 of 3, though. You're going to have Ranger Suarez. You're going to have Aaron Nola. You're going to have Taijuan Walker this series. Got to find a way to win it. Got to find a way to win it. Can't go down silence. You can't go down quietly. You got to do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. No excuses. For the Dodgers, they're going to be a tough lineup as always. Your bat's got to come to play. Your home ballpark. I'm not sure if the smoke and stuff, the haze, is going to be an issue this weekend. I'm not sure how bad it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be, the same. I don't know it's going to be as bad as it was the past couple of days. But we'll wait and see. I'm going to be in New York on Saturday, so hopefully it's nothing bad up there. But we'll wait and see. That's a couple of days away from now. But tomorrow, first game of this Dodgers series, gotta focus on that. So, I'll get to you guys in the live feed, and then we'll end this off. Scott, how you doing? Our bats went to sleep the last 2 games, but our starting pitching totally dominated this Tigers team. So, how did the Tigers get as many wins, win as many games as the Phillies have so far? That's really questionable. I don't know how the Tigers got so many wins. I don't. Maybe it's just because of their pitching, because their offense isn't good. I can only describe it being their pitching and their bullpen. That's the only way I would describe it. The Mets strike again. How are you doing? From a Mets fan, I think the Phillies are back. Hopefully you're right. Wheeling and dealing. Julian, haven't talked to you in a little bit. We will see this weekend that this team has turned it around. The offense needs to be consistent already. Yeah, it does need to be. It does need to be. Why they struggle in Arizona? Just because the past few years their record just hasn't been good in Arizona. For some reason, whenever they go out on the West Coast to certain ballparks, they do not play good. San Francisco, Arizona, specifically those 2 ballparks, they just don't play good for some reason. I don't know why. Needed this win, exactly. Bottom line, we beat the teams we are supposed to beat. That's all that matters. A win is a win, exactly. Balanced schedule is still weird to me. How good was our pitching? 35 Ks in 3 games. Yeah, pitching dominated. Basically, your only blip of pitching this series was Craig Kimbrel today in the 9th. And I think he'll bounce back from that, most likely. Let's welcome Mr. Grove to CBP in a big way, hopefully. 4-3 or better over the next 2 series is a must. I would say 5-2. I would like to try to go 5-2. I know that's tough asking because you got 2 teams that are better than you, but you got to try to go 5-2. 4-3, I'd be somewhat okay with, but I'm not going to accept it. I'd rather see 5-2 against, 2 series wins against 2 good teams. I would rather see that. Dodgers haven't been the big bad Dodgers we know for the last 10 years, but they have been playing a lot better as of late. Oakland, they are an easy team to beat. They are a horrible team. Well, didn't they win? Let me see something. I believe the Oakland Athletics, let me see. I believe they won series against, let me see. Who have they won? They won a series against the Braves. So that happened. Didn't they play the Mets earlier this year? Okay, they got swept by the Mets. Never mind. They won a series against the Braves, though, so that's kind of funny. They did just win a series against the Pirates, too. So I get even bad teams win series, so. They play Milwaukee next in a 4-game series against Tampa Bay. Then 3 against the Phillies, so they're playing tough teams. Regardless, they're a bad team. Every team they play is tough. They're 14-50 on the year, man. My God. My God. Going for back-to-back sweeps, I don't think they're going to sweep the Dodgers. I'll be shocked if they swept the Dodgers. I'd be running down Broad Street if they swept the Dodgers. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I don't. I wish I had that optimism, Jose. I do. But we'll see. We'll find out what happens after tomorrow. So, gonna have Rangers Suarez on the bump tomorrow. Hopefully the offense comes to play, and we'll find out from there. So, that's going to do it for tonight, everybody. I appreciate everyone joining as always, so don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to check out everything in the description. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal. Getting very, very close to 800 subscribers. So, keep hitting that subscribe button. Join the TTP Sports family. And let's have some fun. Also, use the code TTP Sports, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Great deal. Don't pass it up.